Hi and welcome to another episode of What's Cooking. I'm Chef Ismail Arbee, back to cook up a storm for you. However, today I'm going to be showing you how to prepare a T-bone steak. Now, a T-bone steak comprises of two different meats, right? So you have a sirloin on one side and you have a fillet steak on the other side. So if you look here, there is your sirloin steak and that is your fillet steak. Now both these steaks cook at different temperatures, right? So I'm going to be showing you how to prepare today with a butter chive pasta. Very simple, easy, elegant dish to cook at home and cooks really fast. Right? However, here you can go to your local butcher. I requested a 500 gram T-bone steak, right? So you can go to a 350, a 300 gram. It will be a slightly thinner, but the meat is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you first how we're going to start marinating this. So I'm just going to pop this into my bowl. Alright, so today our ingredients that we are going to be using for marinating is I've got some bay leaves, some fresh garlic, spring onion, a bit of chili, some butter, some cinnamon sticks, a little bit of Cajun spice, fresh lime, mixed herbs for your meat, a little bit of paprika because I want to add that little bit of color to it. Salt and pepper is a must, and I've got some spring onion there as well. So first of all, we're just going to start chopping up our chili. Right, we always want to add a little bit of a kick to the dish itself. So just one chili. If you do not like too much chili, you are more than entitled to use half a chili. Right, so a little bit of chilies with the seeds. I'll crush some bay leaves. Preferably do this overnightly. Do it the night before, allow it to marinate. It soaks a lot more flavor in. Of oil just to get it to stick. Right, never be afraid to salt, right? Because it's such a thick piece of meat, you want to salt it and season it really well. So salt, some black pepper. Oh, the meat is looking absolutely beautiful. Paprika. And a slight bit of mixed herbs. Go. So with the mixed herbs, I just like to crush it just a little bit more, just to get it a bit more finer. Season that up. Right. I'm gonna try something a bit different today. You're gonna just pop in one cinnamon stick, not too much. You don't want that cinnamon flavor overpowering your meat. So just one cinnamon stick, broken up into a few pieces and thrown in. Right. A bit of garlic. Fresh garlic is always a winner. You can use the normal crushed garlic, but I prefer fresh. Crush it up. Brilliant. Slice it through. Right, and lime. The trick is, instead of squeezing and crushing your hand, take your lime, put it down and just roll it on a hard surface. Right, that makes the juices flow a lot better. I slice it in half, becomes a lot easier to squash or to get your fresh lemon juice out. Another thing with lemon juice, it's actually a tenderizer as well, so it will soften up your meat, right, and get it to a nice tender stage. Right, just a teaspoon of Cajun spice. And the normal trick, which I have showed you on previous episodes, is massaging your flavor into your meat, right? Because that's a trick about getting your flavor into your meat, is just massaging it in. So I'm just gonna rub it in. Right, I just need to add a bit more oil. And then we start the massaging process. if you do this overnight, the lemon juice is actually going to eat into your meat, and I promise you, you will have an absolutely soft, tender piece of meat the next day when preparing. Right then, for our pasta, so I'm just going to set this aside and allow it to marinate for a bit. For the pasta, I do have a pot of water on. Right, the normal, everybody does this, they salt and they put a bit of oil into their water before they actually boil their pasta. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to salt it today. I don't want to add any oil, because once you do add oil, and if you are making your pasta, and if you are putting a sauce into your pasta, it's not going to stick to your pasta at all. The oil actually forms a layer over your pasta and all your sauce just flies off it. Alright, just a little bit of seasoning. Put this on a nice boil. Brilliant. You can actually smell the flavors coming through. Absolutely amazing, with the hint of cinnamon. Right, so just get this boiling up. It's boiling up quite nicely. Take my pasta. Just a little bit, and boom. Right, another trick, when kids at home love those lovely lengths of pasta itself. A very simple, easy way. If you do not have a pot at home that is of this size, you can use a lot more of a shallow pot. Just pop your pasta in, allow the bottom to start softening. Once it's softened, all the pasta will get submerged and cook through. So you still got those lovely lengths of pasta. Right, as you can see, it has softened up. The entire thing fits in. I just give that a stir. All right, for my steak, a little bit of olive oil in your pan. You can use normal vegetable oil as well. Right, a knob of butter. Right, the reason I'm putting oil and butter is for the mere fact is that I do not want my butter to burn. Right, so your oil allows it not to burn, right, but still getting that buttery flavor through. Just gonna get that going. How is my pasta? I think I just need to add a bit more. Just a tad bit more. Now you just wanna take a tongue, pop it into your pasta and just loosen it out. Otherwise it all sticks together and becomes clumpy. So you just wanna loosen it up. Brilliant. Right, so I've got this melting here really nicely. Butter, who doesn't love butter? Absolutely fattening, but absolutely amazing. Right, so I'm just going to continue massaging my flavors in. Because it's a short duration of time that it has been marinating, I want to massage it a lot more so I get more flavor in it. Alright, so just rub it in. If you'd like as well, you can just make slight incisions into your meat. So just a slight incision, right, all across in order to absorb your flavor. Obviously, if you are cooking it on the same day, you just want to do this in order to get your flavors running through it. Right, massage it. Oh, absolutely stunning. Oh, my butter's melted really nicely. And my pasta is coming along as well. The reason I'm actually making a butter chive pasta is because I've really seasoned my meat really well. So I don't want that flavor. Two components basically really seasoned well don't work together. So you want to have one item a little less flavored and the other one powered with flavor. My pasta is almost ready. Just another 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to start with my steak. You want this pan to be hot. extremely hot, because what you are doing is you're going to be sealing off the meat. So when I say seal off the meat, extremely piping hot pan, I'm going to throw my meat into it and allow it. You want to hear that sizzle. When you're sealing off your meat, you're actually keeping your flavor in, so it's not falling apart, because if it's on a low pan, if it's on a low heat, it's going to take a lot longer to cook. So I want to seal it off, keep my flavors in, then thereafter you drop your heat in order to keep the flavors in. Alright, so boom, that's looking awesome. This pan is ready and we are good to go. You don't want to miss this sizzle. Oh, brilliant. That is exactly the sizzle I'm looking for. Promise you, if you could smell this, it is absolutely divine. Got my heat. But you can do this with absolutely any steak that you would like to at home. Another little tool that I'm going to show you how to use a bit later is the meat thermometer, right? Everybody has a problem with regards to cooking their meat. They either overcook it, and then they say it's dry, it's rubbery. It's because of it being overcooked. Right, so we do not want to overcook our meat. So best use one of these thermometers. We've actually got it from one of our suppliers, which is Sitar's. They do sell these awesome little gadgets that everyone would love at home. So I'm going to show you how to use it as well. I just want to brown my meat up. My pasta is going. Pasta is almost ready. Now, another problem that everyone has is overcooking your pasta. I prefer cooking it al dente. Al dente basically means not overcooked. So it's just a little bit underdone, and then we're gonna finish off the cooking process in a pan. All right, so I'll show you that shortly. Oh, this is browning amazing. All right, I'm just gonna drop my heat. And I'm going to allow this to cook off. Just going to add another knob of butter. I absolutely love the butter flavor that's going to run through. So we let that cook off. Pasta, you know the normal story is everyone throws it on the roof and expects it to stick. No, we don't do that here. I would actually if I could. Looking brilliant. Strainer. Brilliant. And a little trick that everyone as well misses is, as chefs, we do not throw flavor away. So you take your pan, all this butter flavor it's here, we're gonna throw it over our steak. We wanna keep the flavors running through. All right, so you're just basically basting it in its own juices and its own fat. Right, now to our fancy gadget, which is the thermometer. I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna pop it in there. Right, and it'll give you an exact reading as to when it's rare, when it's medium rare. Actually, this one has rare, medium, and well done. So we're looking for a medium well. A medium well is absolutely soft and tender without any blood on the inside. Number one, it might have a slight bit of pink, but that's where it stops. It's the perfect way to actually have it. Right, my pasta is ready. I'm just going to strain it. How is my steak looking? Running, starting to cook on medium. Personally, I prefer cook your pasta straight onto a pan and serve it. I don't like to, a lot of people will wash their pasta to get the starch off and so on. I just prefer going straight for it. I'm just going to remove this off the heat. Right, so our pasta is cooked through in a pan. Giving me uphill. My steak is looking medium. Just gonna flip it over. And another quick thing about a T-bone steak, it's actually two different pieces of steak put together. So you have your fillet steak and you have your sirloin steak. So they both cook at different temperatures. Right, they both cook at different temperatures. Now you can see it's running at medium. Medium is a slight bit of pink on the inside with blood. Right, now we're looking for a medium well, no blood. Right, but still a slight bit of pink. Right, just throw a bit more butter on it. Right, so our pan is here. This is for our pasta. So I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to it. All right, a bit of spring onion. The steak is awesome, absolutely brilliant. Basting it with its own juices. I want to keep it moist on the inside. Right, so we're looking at medium there. Brilliant. Oh, this is simmering. Awesome. Bit of oil. Brilliant. Now I'm going to show you a little process called the resting period. So when you have done cooking your steak, right, you're going to take it, you're going to leave it aside and you're going to allow it to rest. What that does is actually binds the meat together, because once you cut it, you're going to let all the juices flow out completely. Then you're just eating a non-flavorful piece of meat. So you allow it to rest for a few minutes off the heat, exactly what I'm going to do. Right, allow it to rest off the heat completely. Just let it rest and, I should say, chill out. Right, so my butter is here. I'm just going to add my pasta to it. Right, and I'm just going to give it a nice toss. I'm just going to let my pasta warm up while my steak is resting. Just going to throw a bit more color in it. Right, so what I've done was I've actually fried bit of the spring onion and then I top it with more spring onion just to get that color running through. Right here, I'm just gonna salt season with a bit of salt, pepper. Oh, smelling absolutely divine. Brilliant. Right, so our steak is running in at just medium at the moment. Pop that out. Just gonna flip it around. And as you can see, it is looking stunning. Smelling absolutely divine. I can't wait to dig into this. Brilliant. So I personally prefer my steak medium. A little bit of blood doesn't affect me, but you're looking for medium well if you can't eat the medium steak, right? So we're down to plating now. Pasta is nice, seasoned well. Right, so our pasta is just gonna go down. As you can see, it's not a very saucy type of pasta. It's a little bit, how could I explain it? It is a moist pasta and not too over saucy pasta. So now steak is medium. Just gonna run it through here. You can get that butter flavor coming through. Right, a piece of meat. Now all of this here is gold. We do not throw it away. I'm just going to use this just to baste our steak. Brilliant. This is looking absolutely amazing. Just going to drizzle it with a little bit of spring onion. Just to sprinkle all over, just to bring some color into it as well. That's a little bit of garnish. Brilliant. And there you go. An amazing T-bone steak, grilled to perfection, medium, just the way I like it, with a chive butter pasta. Absolutely divine. I'm just gonna toss it with a little bit of veggie seasoning just to add a bit more flavor to my pasta. So just a sprinkle, and boom, that is looking absolutely divine. So thank you very, very much for joining us on this episode of What's Cooking. Next up, I'm gonna be preparing a vegetarian dish, right? You can add steak to it, you can add chicken, but that's on the next episode. So please do email us, let us know your comments. You can email us on info@deentv.co.za, right? And there you go, an absolutely amazing piece of steak, simple base pasta. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope to see you soon.